Okay, let's dive into this. Today, we're unpacking a fascinating development that sits right at the intersection of everyday convenience and a massive, growing debate over modern surveillance. Welcome to This Explainer. We're looking at a recent Reuters report about a lawsuit targeting Amazon's Ring. And honestly, it is the perfect case study, a real cautionary tale for modern homeowners of how a simple desire for home security can rapidly evolve into something far, far more complex.
So I want you to think about this question for a second. Who is really watching your front porch? When you look out your window or, check the app on your smartphone, you see your front steps, you see the street, maybe you see the neighborhood stray cat. But here's the thing. The lens pointing out from your front door isn't just a simple pane of glass anymore. It's a highly sophisticated data-gathering tool. And as homeowners, we really need to take a step back and evaluate the everyday devices guarding our front doors.
Part 1. The Smart Home Illusion.
Let's see how this builds over time. Millions of us willingly installed these devices, right? We were just seeking some peace of mind against porch pirates, but the technology rapidly outpaced our understanding of it. Think about it. For over a century, a doorbell was literally just a simple mechanical chime. Then, in the 2010s, it leaps to a motion sensor video camera. Suddenly, you could see who was ringing that bell from anywhere in the world. But by 2026, we see the integration of biometric facial recognition. And this is crucial. This wasn't some physical change to the hardware on your house. It was an invisible, software-driven upgrade that quietly turned a passive recording device into an active surveillance tool.
Part 2. Enter facial recognition.
This specific technological shift is what turned a simple porch camera into the absolute center of a national privacy debate. So what are we talking about here? Facial recognition doesn't just record a video. It actively maps and analyzes facial features from a digital image or video to identify and log individuals. It creates a unique biometric signature of a person. Grasping this jump from passively capturing footage to actively harvesting biometrics is absolutely vital for understanding the legal fallout we're about to discuss. We are no longer just capturing a quick video clip of someone walking up the driveway. The technology has fundamentally changed its purpose.
And this brilliantly illustrates the deep contrast at the heart of the issue. To the homeowner, facial recognition is just incredibly convenient. Imagine getting an alert on your phone that says your best friend Sarah's at the door instead of a generic motion-detected notification. That's the intended domestic safety and convenience. But to privacy advocates, finding Sarah means the camera must map the face of every single person who walked by. The mail carrier, the neighborhood kids, the guy walking his dog, it logs the biometric data of all those innocent bystanders entirely without their consent.
Which brings us to Part 3, the privacy lawsuit.
As this invisible upgrade rolled out, the tension between those two viewpoints literally spilled over into the legal system. In June 2026, Reuters reported, Amazon's Ring sued over facial recognition feature, latest privacy concern. This establishes exactly who is facing the pushback. Obviously one of the most prominent names in smart home security, and it specifically targets that facial recognition feature as the catalyst. Now, we aren't here to take sides in a courtroom battle, but we do want to objectively examine the claims, because they highlight exactly what is at stake for all of us.
Now, what's really interesting here is the lawsuit's core focus. According to the reporting, the plaintiffs aren't just broadly complaining about cameras existing. The lawsuit zeroes right in on the implementation of facial recognition tech itself. It specifically calls out the harvesting of biometric data and focuses heavily on the lack of consent from people who are simply walking by a house. It also introduces a really compelling legal phrase, threats to the privacy of the face. It raises this huge question of whether our biometric identity is something that can legally be cataloged by a private company just because we walk down a public sidewalk.
Part 4. A cautionary tale.
So the crucial point is this. Whether this specific lawsuit succeeds or fails almost misses the broader point. The legal battle is really just a symptom of a much larger shift. As homeowners, we have to look past the slick marketing of convenience and ask what we are actually inviting into our lives. We bought video doorbells with the intended benefit of catching package thieves, sure, but the hidden cost is the normalization of constant neighborhood surveillance. We activate facial recognition for those custom visitor alerts, but we're effectively outsourcing our neighbors' biometric data to massive tech corporations. Every single convenience carries a cost.
Which leaves us with this final, incredibly vital question to ponder. Is the ultimate cost of home security our own privacy? As these devices continue to evolve, blending seamlessly into the background of our everyday lives, it's a question we absolutely cannot afford to ignore. Next time you walk up to a front door, yours or someone else's, take a moment to consider the invisible technology working behind that lens. Thank you for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this helped you see your smart home in a whole new light. Keep learning, and I'll see you next time.